All right, first play here. Rams are just outside of the red zone. We have a 2nd and 10 in the fourth quarter, only up by 2 scores. We're going to have Cooks in a bunt set here with Gurley and Josh Reynolds. Seahawks are going to be in their classic cover 3 with the strong safety playing essentially as a second or third linebacker here. And we're going to see Cooks run basically a 10-yard speed cut towards the middle of the field. Josh Reynolds is going to run a little post. Todd Gurley is going to run a little curl here. The post and the curl are going to create the space that Cooks needs to basically catch this uncontested, create some easy yards in the first down for Jared Goff and the offense. As we can see, the flat and short defenders are occupied. Well, the flat is just playing the flat for whatever reason. There's no one over here, but the Mike linebacker is occupied by Gurley's curl. We have Reynolds as post, taking out the short or the strong and the free safety. Brandon Cooks is wide open because the play side cornerback here, he's basically funneling everything inside, but the inside defenders are occupied by the route concepts, and that's basically the entire point here. The route concepts, the curl and the post occupy any defenders that can possibly make a play on the ball, leaving Cooks wide open for a first down inside the red zone. So early in the fantastic game against the Chiefs, the Rams have a 3rd and just inside manageable here in the red zone. First quarter, already up 6-0. We're going to have Cooks initially here in the slot. Goff is going to motion Josh Reynolds just inside of Cooks here, and it's going to do a couple things. For one, it confirms that with the Chiefs switching off assignments here on Cooks and Reynolds, confirms that the Chiefs are playing man coverage here, trying to not get anything beyond the sticks. And that's important because you have 2 middle of the field defenders here that are going to be occupied by different routes that completely vacate the middle of the field. 2 high safeties are going to be occupied by routes going into the corners of the end zone. And you're going to have Cooks running what's known as a drive or a drag route over the middle. And he's going to get initial separation thanks to not only Reynolds motion inside of him, but going to create a natural pick right off the line, allowing Cooks to get initial separation. And that's going to be Cooks' natural speed, explosion to maintain space against the cornerback all the way up to the first down marker. Very simple, but when you know what you're running against, when you know what coverage the defense is in, sometimes simpler is better. This is one of the favorite play designs that I saw from Cooks last year. 1st and 10, ball the 32-yard line against the Lions here. We're initially going to have Cooks in a short split in the slot over here. Goff is going to motion over here. You see the cornerback follow him. This tells him that he has man coverage. Now we got trips to the right here, and these 2 exterior receivers are basically going to run 5-yard ins or curls, essentially keeping these play side cornerbacks on the shallow end here. And you have 2 high safeties, right? So you would think that this safety here would be playing this deep half of the field, but we're going to have Goff essentially toy with this safety with how he's looking towards the left side of the field, creating even more space for Cooks on this corner route as he has outside leverage against this cornerback from the motion again, and you have these cornerbacks playing short. This vacates a lot of space deep for an easy throw from Goff to Cooks down the field. Again, you see the safety transitioning towards the middle of the field, and also the strong safety kind of is staying right at the sticks here as well. So this is almost essentially a cover 1 disguised as a cover 2. But again, just Goff holding the safety here with his head right up until Cooks makes his initial break. He's already got the corner toasted because he had that outside leverage. Just has to make a good, accurate throw down the field, and that's exactly what he does. The Bengals tried so hard to target Ross down the field, but they didn't actually put him in opportune situations and manipulate the defense in any way to make it possible. This is a way to do that. One final example from the divisional round of the playoffs against the Cowboys. We're in the start of the 3rd quarter. Rams have a decent lead. We have 3rd and 4 on their own side of the field. We're going to have, again, trips to the left this time, Cooks in the short slot. And from what it looks like the Cowboys are showing just cover 2 with 2 high safeties, but it's going to transition into just a single high look. And from the snap, you can't really decipher if the Cowboys are in man or zone. But the play concept, the play design that the Rams are going to run is perfect to beat either. Because if it's man, then you have Brandon Cooks lined up with outside leverage against linebacker Jalen Smith. But if it's zone, he's got the speed to basically carry Smith all the way to this corner route and get open anyways. So now we're going to have that safety drop down, transition to a single high look. We're going to have underneath routes, just basically a comeback route from the tight end lined up out wide, and a drag route from Josh Reynolds. And all the Cowboys defenders basically playing just beyond the sticks and just short underneath zone. You just have one deep defender that Ross is going to undercut towards this corner. Or excuse me, Cooks is going to undercut towards this corner. Creating space, occupying the short defenders. Plenty of space at the catch point for Cooks. But I was very hesitant to use this as an example because while after watching Rams film, I was confident that Jared Goff could make this throw, I'm not confident that Andy Dalton would be the one to pull the trigger here, because while those underneath concepts got this guy right here to play just shallow enough where he couldn't make a play on this ball, that's still a very, very impressive throw by Goff to get it over his outstretched hand. So if Andy Dalton has the guts to make this throw, this is a concept worth replicating, but if he's playing like the quarterback he has in the last eight years, it may not be the best play.